Referee. Mic check.
All right. Now, y'all are going to be able to hear me in y'all's headset, but this is not going over the air. Okay.
Just when do you want to come on? I've got an introduction. It's not going to last long, but I need it.
When do y'all normally come on?
Well, when we do the radio, we come on about right now, right? Or no? Well, we usually come on after the anthem.
Oh, for radio?
No, radio. I usually come on. I'm already on by now.
Okay. We are 3 minutes away from 7 o'clock, so.
They are. What I can't.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Hey, can y'all do a mic check real quick?
Check mic. 1, 2, 3. Check.
Mic test. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Mic check.
Okay, now you can get me, right? Okay. But now I unmuted myself. So, like, even though I'm talking right now, it's not going over the air to them. But, like, here we go, guys.
Good evening and welcome to Galena Park ISD Stadium for a 6A Division I Regional 3 by-district playoff game between the Dobie Longhorns, 4th place in 22 6A with a 4-6 record, versus the North Shore Mustangs, 10-0 21 6A district champions. These two teams have met 8 times in the last 11 years. All victories belonging to the North Shore Mustangs. Head coach DeMond Stafford looking to rewrite that narrative for the Dobie Longhorns. Rick Blunt, Carl Thieves. Carl, great night for week 1 of the playoffs.
Excellent night. It's going to get cold, they say, Saturday, and us playing Thursday night's going to be ahead of that. Great night for high school football.
Both teams are on the field. if you're watching on Texan Live as they are going through the North Shore bench, you saw Caleb Bailey standing in his number 9 hole, and but he will not be playing.
Not suited up.
Not suited up, but he was on the field with his teammates. These two teams, as we said in the pregame, very familiar with each other, although the new head coach of the Dobie Longhorns, Carl, hadn't experienced the beatdown of the Mustangs, as the Longhorns have never been within 20 points except one time in those 8 years, and not really expected to do anything different tonight.
Well, as we talked about before, 21-6
Old Town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
So the captains on the field for the Mustangs: Evan Jackson, Javon Anderson, David Amador, Jalen Joseph. For the Dobie Longhorns, Evan Jordan, Cameron Matthews, A.J. Hernandez, and Raynard Hall. And Dobie wearing their all-white with orange numbers.
Won the top. Get to the second half.
We just saw Dobie won the toss and deferred, so North Shore in their red tops, Nike uniforms, gray pants, reflective. Is that a fair word for the numbers?
Yeah, if the lights go out, we'll be able to see them.
They might glow in the dark, is what you're saying,
yeah,
Carl.
It's past Halloween, but those glow in the dark.
Well, we're not sure tonight whether we're going to see Amador. We're assuming Amador is going to be the starting quarterback and Evan Jackson's going to be the backup. But we know from practice this past week, Carl went, and he's been saying that they plan to rotate a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to rotate them, and Evan Jackson, his defensive position, he is not starting on defense. He is punt returning and kick returning. Evan Jackson's free safety position is Paul Porter's getting a start. Paul Porter has played a lot the last couple of weeks.
So Barnes and Guillory back deep. It's right to left. Dobie's kicking. North Shore is going from left to right on your computer screen. The kicker is Campero, and very little wind tonight. Not like we had last week where it was swirling. Dobie's lined up to kick. 6 men on the left side of the ball, 4 on the right. Look like he's ready to kick it deep. Here's the kick. Fielded by, I believe, Barnes to the 10, up to the 20, 30. He might go to the 40, 50, and met by the kicker, runs him over down the sideline. He steps out of bounds about the 34-yard line.
66-yard return.
That was Christopher Barnes. The North Shore on the opening kickoff just ran over the kicker and stepped out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark it, Carl. It looks like the 35-yard line.
65-yard return.
And it appears Evan Jackson is starting quarterback, despite the too deep saying he's the second string. We got a timeout already. Not sure why. I guess they're resetting the play clock. So Amador and Barnes split wide to the right, and Guillory's up top. And Carl, that's what they want to see into the playoffs. Hand off to Rashard Johnson to the 30, down to the 20, inside to the 12-yard line. Rashard Johnson
picks up 23 yards
with a first down for Rashard Johnson all the way to the 12-yard line. So Amador and Cameron Smith, check that. Caleb Thomas lined up on the left side, along with Hardiman. 2 receivers on the right, Barnes and Guillory. Evan Jackson looking down the middle to Barnes. Touchdown! Christopher Barnes, 12-yard touchdown pass. First one of the night for Evan Jackson to Barnes. North Shore with 11:02 in the first quarter. First possession, strike first.
Carlos Dominguez in for an extra point kick.
Porter holds, kicks up. Kick is up, and it's good. So with 11:02 left in the first quarter, North Shore Mustangs 7, Dobie Longhorn 0. You're listening to LSN Sports.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you to keep bacteria and food from making you ill with 4 simple steps. Wash the surfaces off. Separate and keep raw meats away from random wet foods. Cook. Make sure the meatballs and seafood is cooked to the right temperature. Then chill. Refrigerate food. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Rick Blunt, Carl Thieves back here at Galena Park ISD. Athleticdepartment.com. Carl Thieves, drive summary, please.
Barnes catches a 12-yard pass from Evan Jackson after he sets up the first touchdown drive with a 65-yard kickoff return. North Shore takes 58 seconds off the clock. North Shore goes 35 yards in 2 plays.
Dominguez kicks. Ball fair caught around them. He missed it. North Shore jumps on the ball. And that is Jamin Washington on the recovery. Ethan Wynn came up to field the ball, and he just missed it.
Muffed it. And
it was jumped on by Brian Sanders.
Mustangs will start at Dobie's 28-yard line, second possession, 11:02 left in the first. North Shore up front. Their offensive line, Edwards, Dudley, Chavon, Cifuentes, Isom, Caleb Thomas, the tight end.
So North Shore gets the ball at the Dobie 28-yard line. Here's a handoff to Hardiman. Breaks free to the 18-yard line. About a 9-yard carry for DeAndre Hardiman. Hardiman comes into the game 511 yards, averaging about 7.3 yards a carry. Picks up 9 on his first carry tonight. Second down, North Shore going from left to right on your computer screen. 2nd and 1, 10:35 left in the first quarter. North Shore up 7-0. Here's touchdown Dave in motion. Hand off to Johnson on the right side. Picks up 2 for the first down. Gets to about the 15, so let's give him 5.
Third first down for North Shore. 4-yard pickup.
David Barnes comes in as offensive lineman. Nearly lost his helmet. 1st and 10. The ball's on the 15-yard line. North Shore with another first down. Evan Jackson still quarterbacking. No Amador. 3 receivers split up top wide.
Amador playing wide receiver.
Here's a handoff to Johnson, and he gets tackled for a loss.
Great play.
Nigel Hill on the tackle. Loses 4 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 14. Check that 13 for 2nd down.
18-yard line, loss of 3, you'll bring up 2nd and 13.
Second down, 13. Ball's on the 18-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Jackson looks to his left, throws behind to Guillory. Guillory slips a tackle, checks out of bounds about the 12-yard line, so a 6-yard pickup.
That's one that they'll do a double pass on that, and they're going to throw it to Amador. And Amador will throw the pass downfield.
They're just setting that up. Johnson's in the backfield to the left of Jackson. Keep in mind, Mr. Evan Jackson can run too, which he just does. Tucks the ball and runs forward for about 3 yards. Going to be 4th down and 4. So, Carl, you're up 7. 4th down here. It looks like they're going for it.
4th and 3.
Or they're trying to pull them offside. They might take the 3 points. They got a lot of confidence in Evan Jackson. Hikes the ball, looks, hits downtown, touchdown, Caleb Thomas. 8-yard touchdown pass to Thomas from Jackson. He's 2 for 2, right, Carl?
3 for 3.
3 for 3, that's right. He had that little swing pass. 8:25 left in the first quarter. North Shore strikes again. Kick is up, and it's good. And with 8:25 left, the score, North Shore Mustangs 14, Dobie Longhorns nothing. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network.
Excellence ER is a 24-hour, 7 days a week emergency room. Its mission is to provide top-tier emergency room facilities to regions and communities that have traditionally been undeserved. We strive to bring back the small-town community feel of medicine with all the modern medical advancements. We're located at 15419 Wallsville Road, Suite 100 in Houston, Texas. We have a new hospital coming soon to the area called East Houston Medical Center off Wallsville Road. Visit us online at excellenceer.com. Excellence ER is our way.
Line taken by Cameron Matthews. He picks up about 2 more yards. So Dobie's going to get the ball back around the 29. They're going to put it at the 30, Carl.
That's exactly what they teach the officials. They set the ball on the 30.
What a shock. So Dobie, who comes in to the season averaging 331 yards on offense, primarily a running team. A.J. Hernandez is the quarterback. They're going from right to left. Drops back to pass. Throws it out complete for about a 5-yard gain. Throws to Cameron Matthews over to the right-hand side.
Picks up 3 yards.
Matthews is the leading rusher for Dobie.
Up front for Dobie offense, Davis, Tellez, Torres, Allman, Jordan, and Mena, the tight end.
8-11, the score 14-0 in favor of the Mustangs. 2nd down and 7. Here's a toss and about 8 penalty flags. He was tossed into
Offense number 2.
Jalen Baldwin.
2nd down.
Offense was offside, so they lose 5 yards.
2nd and 12, backs it up to the 28-yard line.
So the ball spotted, as Carl said, right before the 28-yard line. Hernandez over on the sideline getting some help. As a receiver split to his right and 1 wide left. North Shore in a 4-3 defense. Tosses the ball, he slips. Didn't really get tackled, although they'll give it to Elijah Fields. But that was Jalen Baldwin who slipped. Baldwin listed as a wide receiver.
They put him in the backfield.
Yeah, primary rushers are Renald Hall and Cameron Matthews.
Matthews comes in averaging 8.7, 11 touchdowns, already has 1,077 rushing yards on the season.
Yeah, and he's out on the right-hand side, split wide right. 3rd down and let's call it 15. There's a pass over here to the flank, and he overthrows his receiver, throwing to Ethan Wynn. So Dobie ended up punting. Want to remind you that you don't want to miss the UIL state football experience at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas this December. Come out for an action-packed 4 days, Wednesday, December 14th through Saturday, December 17th, and witness the best teams in each division battle it out in the final games of the season. Tickets and all tournament pass information can be found at UILTexas.org. UILTexas.org.
Campero punts the ball to Evan Jackson.
That's not, is that Jackson down here at the 30?
Yeah, filled it at the 26. That is Evan Jackson.
Yeah, it is. I knew it was Evan when he did that little shuffle step.
49-yard punt by Campero.
Campero averaging 32 yards a punt. Has a little wind behind him. So let's see if Amador comes in, or they're going to just let Jackson run it. He might be the new starting quarterback, Carl, 47-yard line.
Well, I think they're serious about it because he's not playing defense.
No. No, and he's a pretty special defensive back. So Evan Jackson, 2 receivers split both sides, 3 for 3. Now he tucks it and runs it to the 50, 40, down to the 32-yard line. 20-yard gain, it looks like, for Evan Jackson. Let's see where they mark it. Now we got a penalty.
Evan Jackson comes into the game averaging 21 yards a carry. Hold's going to bring that one back.
So a big penalty against the North Shore Mustangs. Sets up 1st and 20, the ball all the way back to the 40-yard line. It's about 18 yards for a first. Evan Jackson, 3 for 3, looked like he wanted to go deep, nothing open. He's got Christopher Barnes and Geary on the left side and Mr. Amador on the right. Amador has single coverage. Now they look like they're going to slide somebody over. Dobie playing a 4-3 defense. Now another flag. The play clock went dead. Delay of game. What in the world did we call a timeout first? Let's see if we can sort this out. That's just the inexperience of a new quarterback, Carl.
Yes, it is.
They're either discussing the player or they're going to eat at Longhorn after the game.
They're leaving.
So now it is going to be 1st and 23. They're going to get all the way down to the 43-yard line.
North Shore's second penalty for 15 yards.
Ball is on the 35-yard line now. It started at the 47, so they're going backwards.
Jackson was switching the play and let the play clock run out on him.
DeAndre Hardiman in the backfield. North Shore with a 6-man front. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the right. Here's a handoff to Hardiman, and he breaks free to the 50, cuts through to the 40, 1 man to beat into the 30. All the way to the 20. About a 38-yard carry. How many?
They're going to the 30-yard line, so it's a 35-yard carry.
Hardiman just elusive. I mean, like a snake going through there.
You pick up that 1st and 22 by rushing for 35 yards.
Yeah, great play by Hardiman. The offensive line just blowing Dobie off the ball. Jackson looking, got all day, got a man open. That's throwing a touchdown, Dave, Mr. Amador, and a little underthrown. He had all day. I mean, all day. Just sat back there in the pocket, waited for Amador to run his deep post pattern and threw it right at the goal post and underthrew him a little bit. Now North Shore has Gilry up top, Barnes and Amador to the right side. Here's a handoff to Hardiman. Going to get to about the 26, 4-yard pickup, going to bring up 3rd down. North Shore leading 14-0 with a 4:50 left in the first quarter. 3rd down and 6. Ball has to get to the 20-yard line.
Hardeman now 3 carries for 48 yards.
Ball's on the right hash mark. So the left side of the field is the wide side. 2 backs in the backfield. 6-man front for North Shore. Here's Johnson straight up the middle to the 17-yard line. About a 10-yard gain for Rashard Johnson.
6th first down for North Shore.
Rashard Johnson just busts through the hole. Him and Hardeman having a field day. Ball's at the 18-yard line. 4:05 left. North Shore up 14-0. North Shore plays the winner of the Pearland-Dickinson game next week, to be determined when and where. There's all sides, and that was Mr. Caleb Thomas jumped the gun.
North Shore's 3rd penalty for 20 yards.
Shooting themselves in the foot.
First and 15, backs it up to the 23.
Got to clean that up, Carl.
Yes, we do.
So they have 3 receivers on the left side. Barnes, Guillory, and Thomas. Amador down here by himself. Hardeman in the backfield. 5 men on the offensive line. Dobie blitzes. Jackson fumbles.
Put it on his hip and pulled it out.
North Shore recovers. 2-yard loss. Going to bring up 3rd down.
2nd, 17.
Oh, 2nd, excuse me, at 17 yards. They might can get away with this against Dobie, but these penalties are going to hurt them against a really good defensive team.
No question. I mean, they don't ever want to get behind the chains.
It might have been easy picking up 1st and 25 or whatever, but get a stout defense. Here's a pass to Hardeman on the swing pass, gets to the 20. Gets back about 8 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 9. So 3rd and 9, ball's on the left hash mark. They have Thomas and Amador over here on the left, on the right. Guillory's up top by himself. Thomas is over here on the right side. So
Jackson now 4 of 5 for 35 yards. 2 touchdown passes.
Dobie's got 4, but 2 linebackers. Let's see if they blitz. They do. Evan Jackson throws the ball to Amador, threw it behind him, and Amador makes the adjustment. 17-yard touchdown pass to touchdown Dave. And Carl said that Amador was going to catch 2 and run for 2. So let's see if that happens. 20-0, waiting for the extra point by Dominguez. Porter on the hold, snaps good, kicks up, and it's through. 21-0, 2:06 left in the first quarter. North Shore Mustangs leading Dobie Longhorns. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network.
To celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great rates, we gave this song surprisingly great gifts. It's so cheap. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
To the 43-yard line. Great return. That would be Cameron Matthews on a great return for Dobie.
that Mustang touchdown drive. They go 53 yards in 7 plays, take 4:43 off the clock. Touchdown Dave Amador, 17-yard pass. Evan Jackson already 3 touchdown passes. 1:57 left in the first quarter. North Shore 21-0.
Want to thank Justice Joe Stevens for supporting the Mustangs. He always shows up on time in the playoffs. Thank you, Mr. Stevens, for your support of the Mustangs. Toss play to the back. Going to lose a yard.
Baldwin
on the play, tackled by Jarvon Coles.
No gain.
Actually, they marked it down about a.
They marked it.
Well, maybe a foot.
Yeah.
I think you're right. The yard marker, 2nd and 10's right down at the marker. So 2nd and 10. You have a tough time running against this Mustang defense, 4-3 defense. Hernandez under center, hands off to Matthews now for his first carry to the right side, picks up about 2. Is that the first carry for Matthews?
Yes, he's very, very good back, sophomore back.
Yeah, as you said, averaging 8.76 yards per carry, 1,000-yard runner. We hadn't seen many of those this year.
Have not. Picks up 1, 3rd and 9 for the Longhorns.
As we said, Dobie, 2,500 yards rushing this year, only 734 passing, and they're behind 21-0. Does not favor them at all against the North Shore Mustangs trying to catch up, but they do have a lot of time left. So here's a fake and pressured to the right, and he's going to go down for a sack, and Mr. Coles is going to get him for a 2-yard loss. There's just nobody open downfield as North Shore had man-oh-man coverage. Dobie, I don't believe Dobie even, do they have 1 first down?
They do not have a first down.
Well, that's right. That was the North Shore.
4th and 12. Campero.
They're going to let the quarter
in
go
the
out.
quarter.
So that's going to be your end of your first quarter with North Shore Mustangs up 21-0. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network. I want to just remind you that if you're doing a little home repair now that the weather's gotten a little better, not so hot, I'm going to tell you to go down to Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place.
For the helpful hardware man. And they're right there on Uvalde, right down by I-10 near the freeway. And it's a quaint little store that's just perfect for all your household needs. Go by there and say Rick and Carl said hello. And Ace Hardware on Uvalde Road. Been there forever.
Campero checks in to punt.
Jackson back, standing at his 29-yard line. Good snap. Better get rid of it. North Shore putting some pressure on him. Evan Jackson at the 22. Cuts to his left. Cuts to the 30, up to the left sideline to the 35-yard line. 15-yard return.
37-yard punt by Campero.
So according to Carl, they're going to spot it on the 35. Just because that's what they're taught to do. Did I get that right?
Nice. Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah,
the officials got it right. They paid attention in that session.
So Evan Jackson staying in the game at quarterback, and Barnes and Amador now on the right side, Gary on the left. North Shore has the tight end in the slot, Caleb Thomas. And I believe that's Johnson in the backfield. We'll look. That's Johnson straight through the middle to the 50, down to the 45, 40. He might go. Choo-choo, touchdown, 65 yards, right up the middle. He got on those tracks and ran right to the station. 65-yard touchdown run by Rashard Choo-Choo Johnson.
He made that express run right there. He didn't, no stopping on the way.
That locomotive was hauling. Man on the field, they need to get him off. Here's the snap. Well, Well, yep. Kick is up. It's good. So just like that, 28-0, all Mustangs. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network. 28-0, North Shore Mustangs.
Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part, it's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. Places to stay.
Adrian Garcia is your Harris County Precinct 2 Commissioner and would like to congratulate the North Shore football players for their commitment to excellence and staying focused. Adrian has a 35-year career in public service that began as a Houston police officer. Commissioner Garcia is committed to engaging, educating, and empowering Houston Precinct 2 residents. He will work hard every day to honor the trust placed in him by the voters who elected him and the residents he serves. Political ad, Adrian Garcia Campaign.
On fire! Here in North Shore up 28-0. Want to congratulate Adrian Garcia on his victory this last Tuesday, and thank you for your sponsorship. Here's the kickoff to Dominguez down at the 24. Shifts back to his right. Now they got some kind of play on, and the other guy said, I'm not coming over there. Do you see all those red shirts?
It was blown up before it even happened.
It's kind of hilarious. They were running kind of trick play, and Wynn was cutting back, and the other guy never came over to get the ball. And as Carl said, that thing got blown up by a lot of red shirts.
Wynn was not he was not where he needed to be.
No. The ball spotted at the 18-yard line. Dobie, who has 2 punts, and then failed kickoff where they fumbled the ball. So they've been pretty inept tonight so far. Here's a handoff going nowhere. Baldwin is the ball carrier. Jalen Baldwin, listed as a wide receiver. He's carried the ball more tonight than we've seen Matthews. We don't know if Matthews is hurt or anything, right? I mean, but he's just not running the ball.
Now Dobie with a -6 yards.
Carl
5 snaps.
Carl said he came in rushing for over 1,000 yards, and he just hadn't carried the ball, so we're going to assume he's not 100%. Second and 11. Still got one. Here's a quick pass to Matthews, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Hit on the play by Porter, and Matthews goes out of bounds. Matthews doing more of receiving than running. He's in the game, just not rushing the ball.
Picks up 1, 3rd and 11 for Dobie.
Hernandez over visiting the coaching staff. 21 seconds, 10 minutes left in the first half. North Shore leading 28-0. 3rd down and 11.
Hernandez 2 completions, 2 of 3 passing for 4 yards.
Quick pass to the left over here. Gets a receiver, gets free, breaks up close to the first down.
Great effort by the receiver.
That's Wynn. I think they're going to give him a first down. I don't see any yellow flag.
Ethan Wynn with a great catch and great run.
Really just a great move when he first caught the ball. Just a quick out to him, and he avoided his defender, which I think was Anderson.
Picks up 9.
Picks up 9 yards and gives them a first down, their first of the game. The ball's on the 28-yard line. It's on the left hash mark. Dobie going from left to right on your computer screen. 2 men on the wide side. Hands off. He is met in the backfield by Nichols. That's Baldwin. Loses a yard. It's bad when Nichols was in the backfield just about the time he got the ball. 2nd and 11. Want to remind you at halftime we'll have some scores. Not very many games going on tonight. Maybe get Carl to give me some predictions if he can get his playoff thing out and talk a little bit about some matchups in the Houston area. Second down and 11. Here's a toss, and it looked like a busted play there.
Well, North Shore got great penetration and pushed the offensive lineman back into the running back.
And that was Elijah Fields. Got the great penetration that Carl was talking about. It blew up that play. Third down and 14. So Baldwin in the backfield still. 3 receivers split wide left.
Third and 14.
6 man up front. Here's Hernandez looking, got a flag. Ball's up and it's intercepted by Anderson. And he likes to run it in for the touchdown. 30.
3 weeks
down
in a
to
row.
the 25. He's down out at the 5. There's a flag. That's probably going to be holding. Javon Anderson has 4 interceptions this year. 3 of them ran back the last 3 weeks. This time he got pushed out about the 7-yard line.
Holding on Dobie, Mustangs refuse the penalty. They take that Anderson interception. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line.
Anderson literally ran. He intercepted the ball around the 30-yard line on the complete opposite side of the field, cut back towards the left.
Returns it 22 yards down to the 8-yard line.
And almost in for another pick 6. Here's a handoff to Hardiman. And he busts on the left-hand side for a touchdown. So an 8-yard touchdown run after the interception by Hardiman. And this game is all Mustangs, as it has been for the last 8 years that 8 times they played. We said before the game, North Shore has dominated this series. And they're dominating here tonight. Waiting for the extra point to put them up 35-0 with 7:05 left in the first half. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network. Mustangs 35, Longhorns nothing. One more.
Lockwood Funeral Home in Houston, Texas blends traditional values with modern ideas to honor the individual spirit. We'll guide you through the process of planning a funeral or cremation from start to finish, meeting your needs and honoring your family traditions and personal preferences. We're here in your time of need. Lockwood Funeral Home has been serving the Houston community for over 50 years. We have burial and cremation packages available for you and your family. Give us a call at 713-633-1421 or visit our website at lockwoodfuneralhome.net.
Nothing. 7:05. You got a drive summary.
Mustangs take 14 seconds. They go 8 yards in one play after Javen Anderson's 22-yard interception return to the 8-yard line. DeAndre Hardiman with his 6th touchdown of the season. Mustangs 35-0. 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
Number 4, Jalen Baldwin
on the return. Gets out to about the 28-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. So at halftime, I'll get
25, Joseph Hood.
Carl Thies to look at some of these matchups, if we can find them, and talk about them a little bit. Let you give his prognosis for where these playoffs in Region 3 will end up. Dobie gets the ball back at the 25. Handoff, and he's going nowhere. That's Baldwin on the carry.
Number 4, Jalen Baldwin, the ball carrier. He was hit by number 99, Elijah Fields.
I tell you, Elijah Fields having a field day out on the.
No pun intended, I'm sure.
No, I didn't intend no pun there. Fields having a field day.
No gain on the play.
He's nasty. I mean, he just big, strong, nasty.
Jalen Baldwin now 5 carries for a -6 yards.
2 backs in the backfield. We're assuming that's Matthews.
And a migraine headache.
Here's Matthews to the left side. He gets tackled from behind.
Number 2, Cameron Matthews, hit by number 99.
He was Elijah Fields again. He's just raking havoc against his offensive lineman that's trying to block him, Evan Jordan.
Matthews now 2 carries for 1 yard.
He's got Courtney Brooks and Nichols with him on that defensive line. They're doing a 3-4 tonight. Now 4-3, excuse me.
Score.
Jalen Joseph up there.
5:25 left.
Handoff.
Still North Shore 35-0.
Matthews on the carry. Nothing, maybe a yard. Brings up 4th down. 5:11 left in the quarter. Dobie punting again. They only have 1 first down.
4th and 8.
Evan Jackson going back.
Campero back in to punt for the Dobie Longhorns.
Jackson standing around the 40-yard line. 4:50 left in the first half. It's been all North Shore. 35-0, as Carl just said. Here's the snap. They're getting great penetration there. They better be careful. Kicks it over to the Longhorn sideline. Nowhere near Evan Jackson. That's what I would do.
That's exactly what I would do.
Tell my no, Amador was on the tackle.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Interception of Jackson.
Longhorns return it to the 47. 1st and 10, 4:27 to the half.
First turnover for the Mustangs. Coming into the season, they were +12. And they're plus tonight. There's a end around, and look at that. Wow. They didn't blow the whistle. They should have. Matthews pancake by Courtney Brooks.
Loses 2, 2nd and 12 for Dobie.
That didn't work. 4:03 left in the half. Dobie gets the ball to start the second half. So if they can somehow put 7 points on the board and find a way to stop the Mustangs offense. Although the Mustangs offense found a good way of stopping it themselves.
That they do.
2nd and 12. High snap. Ball's thrown behind his receiver, but it was caught by Wynn.
Stopped by number 7, Javen Anderson.
It's really behind him. He lost 4 yards.
Loses 4.
3rd down. They got to get all the way to the 43-yard line of North Shore.
3rd and 16.
Loss of 4 brings up 3rd and 15.
I'm agreeing with Carl. It's 3rd and 16. Ball spotted on the 41.
I passed that addition test.
That's good,
3 or 4
because I
days
sure
ago.
don't. Dobie needing something big to happen here.
3rd and 16.
We got a timeout on the field with 2:51 left in the half. North Shore Mustangs 35, Longhorn 0. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network.
What makes Longhorn steak so legendary? Some say it's our flavor-packed signature seasonings. Some say it's how we pair them with our juicy, tender steaks. And some just say, mmm. Hurry in tonight for Longhorn's legendary flavors. Our new limited-time blackened salmon with our smoky 18-ounce outlaw ribeye and our rich and savory Flo's filet. That's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
You know what I love about the Longhorn Steakhouse commercial?
What's that?
Loss of 2 to the.
They don't say nothing. They just go,
That's what you do when you go to the steakhouse,
I
right?
do. I lick my lips,
Smack
and I
him.
go,
Number 30, Daniel
that was
Pantera.
good.
Loses 2, 4th and 18 for Dobie.
Uh-oh, North Shore has 2 guys back. Evan Jackson and Paul Porter. So they decided to cover that kicking out of bounds stuff. I'm telling you, North Shore's been close to blocking a few punts. This time he kicks it straight up.
Campero into his blocking back.
And really downed at the 47-yard line, North Shore.
14-yard punt.
47-yard line.
Campero got the punt off, but hit his blocking back.
He did. I want to tell you that you can go to Twitter and you can tweet at us at Legacy Sports Net. At Legacy Sports Net. Send us a tweet. Tell Gerald he's playing awesome music. And let us know that you're enjoying the football game on Legacy Sports Network.
1:51 to the half. North Shore takes over.
And he gets out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain, 3-yard. Anderson on the tackle pushes him out of bounds, second down.
About 3.
So second and let's call it 7.
Matthews with this big carry of the game. That's a 3-yard carry.
Why would they run the clock when he went out of bounds?
Mistake. Should have stopped it unless he called him down before he went out of bounds.
Okay. So here's a handoff to Matthews, I believe. Check the back. It's Matthews. Tackled on the play by Fields.
44-yard line.
Loses 1. 3rd and 8 for Dobie.
Actually, the tackle was Dylan Dixon, junior linebacker. Came in and shot the gap.
45 seconds left in the first.
Came in and shot the gap.
45 seconds left in the first half.
Dobie still has 2 timeouts left. Now they're running the clock again.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd down. 8 yards. They don't look like they're in a hurry at all.
8 seconds on the play clock.
Here's a handoff to Matthews, and he gets around, and Anderson knocks him out of bounds again after only about a yard gain. Now they ran the play. They ran the clock again. He was clearly out of bounds. They're not calling the timeout, so maybe they've agreed to run the clock.
Right.
Because they're happy going into the
4th and 7
half,
to 43.
trailing 35-0.
That's halftime.
So our halftime score: North Shore Mustangs 35, Dobie Longhorns 0. Dobie gets the ball back to start the second half. We'll be back, and you're listening to Legacy Sports Network.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
One more.
One more.
One more, guys. One more. Set. Hop.
Let's go. One more. One more. Hey, kid. Yeah, we'll take one more. Oh, one more. Wow! Do it one more time. Do it one more
153 yards rushing. Evan Jackson with a great night passing, 5 of 7.
Awesome.
It is a great event and 12 games in 4 days.
I mean, you can come out for 4 days
and
starting on Wednesday.
Triple headers all 4 days.
Yeah, December 14th through the Saturday the 17th. Hopefully North Shore will be in the Saturday night the 17th. And you get to witness the best 2 teams in each division battle it out in the final game of the season. As Carl said, 12 state champions crowned. It's amazing. Tickets and all tournament pass information, you can go to uiltexas.org. That's uiltexas.org. And you can see 12 games and just get all the high school football you want.
Last year, we got to witness North Shore play in Duncanville before almost 50,000 people. Just a great event.
You're listening to Legacy Sports Network, 35 to nothing at halftime. North Shore.
Excellence ER is a 24-hour, 7 days a week emergency room. That's mission is to provide top-tier emergency room facilities to regions and communities that have traditionally been undeserved. We strive to bring back the small-town community feel of medicine with all of the modern medical advancements. We're located at 15119 Wallsville Road, Suite 100 in Houston, Texas. We have a new hospital coming soon to the area called East Houston Medical Center off Wallsville Road. Visit us online at excellenceer.com.
Cuts back up on the right side, breaks through, gets to about the 31-yard line.
Baldwin with the return.
That's Baldwin.
Stop near the 30-yard line. Tackle was made by number 31, Cage McNeil.
So Dobie, let's see where they mark it. I think it should be the 31, but they might mark it back to the 30. That's
30.
Carl Thies's rule. Mark it on the spot closest to the line.
And that way you don't have to measure because it's directly on the 30-yard line.
Yep, so Hernandez under center, hands off, and again, more of the same.
Devin Baldwin, the ball carrier.
Tackle by Porter.
Has a yard.
Baldwin gets a yard.
We talked about Porter, Carl, coming in and replacing Evan Jackson. He's done a good job, good enough that Evan Jackson is no longer playing on defense.
Yeah, Porter's improved. Porter had a great game against Itasca City in district play.
He's a junior. I think Jacoby Davis, senior, is one of the best defensive back corners.
And we talk about defensive backs. You got Anderson with 5 picks, and he's returned 3 for touchdowns 3 straight weeks in a row, and he returned his interception to the 8-yard line.
Here's a great run by Matthews. Best run of the night, all the way to the 50-yard line.
Picks up 19, second first down for Dobie.
So that's a great adjustment, letting Matthews get loose on the right-hand side. By far, his best run of the night.
He went for 19 there. His previous best was 3 yards.
So if I can do my math correct, that's 20 total yards for Dobie.
That is correct.
So
on 23 snaps.
7 men up front now running, and that is Baldwin.
Baldwin ran into 4 Mustangs right there.
He got hit by Nichols.
A yard behind the line of scrimmage, second 11 for Dobie.
Yeah, as you said, there's about 3 of them in there. Jalen Joseph was in there. And, I'm not sure.
Loss of the yard, second and 11.
Elijah Fields wasn't in there.
North Shore had a meeting in the Dobie backfield.
Yes, they did. Conference call. Second down at 11, 9:48 left. North Shore Mustangs 35-0 if you're just turning in. So here's Hernandez. He's going to be sandwiched. He gets free, and then he gets smacked. He tries to come across the middle to Jovan Coles. Picks up one.
Courtney Brooks along with number 10, Javon Coles.
3rd and 9.
So it's 3rd and 9. The ball's right on the 49-yard line of North Shore. Dobie started the second half on their 30-yard line. So they've gained 21 yards.
Dobie with 1 first down each half.
The ball is literally in the middle of the field. Dobie going from left to right on your computer screen. No wind tonight. Front's coming in, but it hasn't got here yet. Here's a quick toss over here to Baldwin, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Baldwin ball carrier stopped at midfield.
Going to lose one.
I think he got hit by Courtney Brooks.
Loses one. 4th and 10.
Might have had Elijah Fields with an assist.
Campero back in for his 5th punt.
So let's see Evan Jackson come back. It's kind of dangerous to have your quarterback running back punts. I thought they might let Porter run them. But Evan Jackson's so good.
Touchdown Dave. Touchdown Dave runs kickoffs back.
Number 30, Daniel Campera, punt formation. Number
so Campera standing on his 36-yard line. Good snap. And they are getting close. They might have got that. No, it bounces forward. Still bouncing forward to the 28 or rolling forward.
22-yard
ball rolls in near the 28.
So we had this discussion at halftime whether Amador was going to play quarterback at all. And Jackson literally gets his first start of the season last week against Kingwood, and he was all first half. We had heard that they might let Amador just stay at receiver, but we have not seen him at quarterback. He's going back at receiver, Carl.
Yep, there he is.
Along with Caleb Thomas. The ball's on the right hash mark. North Shore going from right to left. 7:56 to score, 35-0 in favor of the Mustangs. Here's Thomas in motion. 1st and 10. Jackson looking, trying to go deep. Got Barnes and just a little overthrow to Barnes around the 42-yard line.
Pass intended for Christopher Barnes falls incomplete.
Jackson hadn't missed by much tonight.
Evan Jackson now 5 of 8 passing, 52 yards, 3 touchdowns.
He's got good presence in the pocket, doesn't he?
Well, he's the O-line guys up front are protecting so much for him. He's just not having to move his feet. His linemen, Edwards, Dudley, Siobhan, Cifuentes, Isom, and Thomas up front.
Doing a great job. Here comes a blitz. Hardiman. And they did a great defensive job
number
there.
28, DeAndre Hardiman.
Nice tackle.
Moves the ball close to the 30-yard line.
Drumgo.
Gets 2, 3rd and 8 for North Shore.
Number 40, Joel Oliver, and number 44, Roderick
Oliver
Drumgo
also on the tackle. Ball not quite at the 30-yard line, so let's call it 3rd and 8.
Hardiman now 5 carries for 58 yards.
Score is 35-0 if you're just turning in, all Mustangs. Jackson being flushed out of the pocket. Got to get rid of it. Got Barnes at the 40. He's at the 38. Nobody catching him. All the way into the end zone.
To Christopher Barnes.
70 yards.
71-yard touchdown pass.
70-yard touchdown
to Christopher Barnes.
The 2nd touchdown of the night.
As Jackson looks to roll and he comes out of the pocket. He's forced out. And he rolls to his left. Throws across his body. Barnes had gotten behind the coverage, and let me tell you, nobody on the planet is catching Barnes with that big of a lead.
I don't think NASA could send a satellite to catch him.
No. So the point after is good. With 6:55 left in the 3rd quarter, it's all North Shore. Mustangs leading 42-0. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network. want to remind you and thank you for Joe Stevens. What does Joe Stevens not do in North Shore Community, Carl?
He does it all.
He does, and we just thank Justice Joe Stevens for his sponsorship, and he's been such a good judge in this community. He keeps getting re-elected over and over. He has golf tournaments. He does a lot of stuff for senior citizens.
And his Turkey Day, giving those turkeys away, he does a great job at Thanksgiving every year.
Yep, and along with that, the North Shore Rotary, they have their annual fish fry, and they just give out so many scholarships, help so many young people. We're so grateful to have the Rotary Club of North Shore as a sponsor of North Shore football, and thank you so much to the Rotary Club. So here's a kickoff by Hernandez. The ball goes through the end zone.
Kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback.
And Baldwin was back there, so Dobie gets the ball back at their 30. And other than that 19-yard run by Mr. Matthews, they've been non-existent on offense.
6:55 left in the third quarter. Again, North Shore 42, Dobie 0.
I want to ask you, if you would, go to Facebook and go to that little spyglass up there and type in LSN Sports. Look it over, and when you get there, if you don't mind, like us, and we would appreciate it on Facebook. So Hernandez flips back, and I believe that's Matthews.
Number 2, Cameron Matthews, the ball carrier. Is about 3 yards.
Gets 3 on the first down carry.
35, Adrian Martinez. Number 49, Adarian Williams.
So North Shore has its second string defense in. All new second string. Should have Kendall, Pilar, Goins, Williams, Sanders, Ferguson, Alfred, Tejada, Welch, Washington, and Ross. But we'll call them out when we see them. Dobie still has their first string in.
Second 7 for the Longhorns.
Hernandez tosses to Baldwin to the left side, and even though they got the second string in, they lost 3.
Hit by number 43, Nicholas Goins.
Tackled on the play by Goins. Goins playing on the defensive line.
Loses 1, call it 3rd 8.
They just gave him forward progress. So 3rd and 8, 5:46 left in the third quarter, 42-0 in favor of your Mustangs. 2 receivers split wide right. They're on the left hash mark, going from left to right on your screen. Here's a handoff on a little reverse to the 30, cuts back to the 35, all the way to the 38-yard line. 10 yards.
Tackle made by number 33, Jake Ferguson.
So first down, tackle by Ferguson. Second first. So first down for Dobie.
3rd first down for the Longhorns.
Somebody jumped. There's going to be a flag. I don't know if the offensive lineman moved. Number 75, Terry. Let's see what they call. No. Defense made contact. Right defensive end. Went across the line. I believe that is Cedric Henderson.
North Shore's 4th penalty for 25. 1st and 5 for the Dobie Longhorns.
So they have Matthews in the backfield along with Baldwin. Tosses to Baldwin on the left side, got some running room, picks up about 3.
Number 4, Jalen Baldwin. Hit by number 36, Terrence Alford.
Tackled on the play by Alford.
2nd 2 for Longhorns.
Gain of 3 will bring up.
Ball's on the 46-yard line of Dobie. In the game comes, I don't know who 38 is. So Second down, 2.
38's Michael Williams, sophomore, up off the JV team.
And there's a first down. Run by Matthews, picks up 4 for a first down.
Defense led by number 33, Jaden Ferguson.
You must have a sheet I don't
First down,
have.
Dobie.
So they're bringing up some freshmen.
Freshman and sophomore. Picks up 4th first down for the Longhorns.
I don't know if I like that inside information there, Carl.
I was hiding it from you.
I see that. 1st and 10, the ball's on the 50-yard line. 3:23 left in the third quarter. North Shore up 42-0. Here's a quick toss to Matthews. Cuts back to his left to the 40, inside to about the 33-yard line. 17-yard carry.
Down to about the 34.
Matthews bounced that outside.
36, Terrence Alford.
16-yard first down for Matthews.
16-yard gain and a first down.
5th first down for Dobie.
Ball's at the 34-yard line. I don't remember Dobie being this far in North Shore territory tonight.
They have not been. Matthews now 46 yards on 11 carries. Again, he came into the contest averaging 8.7 yards.
2 backs, Matthews. I believe that is Baldwin.
Number 4, Jalen Baldwin, the ball carrier. Moves the ball down to about the 29-yard line.
Pick up the 5.
Remind you again.
Stopped by number 37, Brian Sanders.
North Shore has its second string and third string in. Playing some freshmen and sophomores that haven't played much. And Dobie's offensive line is finally able to do a little work.
Dobie's offensive line has done a great job on this possession.
Yeah, they have. North Shore unable to stop them, really.
Number 24,
and that is
ball carrier.
Bryce Evans on the carry, sophomore. Bryce Evans.
Number 18, Charles Ross on the stop.
Tackled on the play by Ross. Brings up 3rd and 2. 1:40 left in the third quarter. North Shore up 42-0. Remind you, we play the winner of Pearland and Dickinson that's playing tomorrow night. We will have it here on Legacy Sports Network, wherever that's at. Carl said 2 spots.
Pasadena or U of H, Friday night.
So here's a handoff straight up the middle for another
number 24,
first
Bryce
down.
Evans on the carry.
Bryce Evans, a running back, sophomore. He looks like a pretty big back.
6th first down for Dobie.
John Neely.
Go up to the 21-yard line.
Bryce Evans looks pretty good, Carl. First down on the 21-yard line. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Ball's almost in the middle of the field. Here's another toss back to the running back. That's Matthews. He slips and falls. Actually, Baldwin.
The ball carrier slips and falls near
up
the
front for Dobie. Davis, Tellez, Torres, Allman, Jordan, Nana up front for the Longhorns.
Touchdown by Jamin Washington. 2nd down at 11. They do not have to run
back to the 22-yard line.
Another play in the third quarter. They probably won't. So with 10 seconds left in the third quarter, Dobie in its best field position at the 21-yard line, 2nd and 11.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So your third quarter is over. And the score is North Shore 42, Dobie nothing. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game of performance.
This message presented by the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
The future is
Dobie needs to get on the board. Hands off to the left side. Stood up. Nice tackle. That's on Mr. Baldwin.
Number 4, Jaden Baldwin, the ball
Tackled
carrier.
on the play by
Number
Pilar.
33, Jaden Ferguson on the spot.
Ferguson. Third down. Carl, we had a pretty good crowd here tonight. North Shore, always nice crowd. Dobie, more than I thought.
They had a lot of folks come over that toll bridge.
A lot of them still here. Dobie 4-6 on the season. Looking to go in the end zone. Got a man open, knocked out, no flag. Good defense.
Pass is incomplete. Broken up at number 31, Cage McNeil. Pressure on the quarterback.
Looked like he was throwing to Leonard Hill. Ball. Fourth down.
Hernandez now 4 of 7 for 11 yards for Dobie.
So they're trying to
40-yard field goal. No win.
Campero 40-yard field goal. Not quite sure I understand this.
Right hash.
40-yard try. And he's got plenty of leg, it looks. And it's good. Dobie gets on the board with a 40-yard field goal.
Campero had a 42-yarder earlier in the season.
Yeah, he only has one field goal attempt until tonight. 2 for 2. So Dobie put some points on the board. 42-3 is your score with 11:10 left. You're listening to Legacy Sports Network.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas.
I want to remind you that Ace Hardware is the place for your helpful hardware van.
Places to stay
and
places to play.
I love that little store over on Uvalde and I-10. I go in there a lot. Got a couple of friends that work in there. And I don't do a lot of handiwork, believe me, Carl, but they got a lot of stuff there.
For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Working around the house, and I've had to go there for some plumbing products. They got a lot of barbecue accessories. They do some green egg stuff and some of my pellet grill, and so it's a nice little store. And I've been a fan of Ace Hardware for 40 years.
That Dobie drive, they take 6:45 off the clock. They drive 53 yards in 12 plays. Drive stalls at the 22-yard line. Campero, 40-yard field goal, gets Dobie Longhorns on the board. 11:10 left. North Shore 42, Dobie 3.
Nice leg by Campero. As you said, Carl, he only has one other field goal.
Well, he came into the game averaging 32-7 on his punts. He's averaged 34 tonight. He added a 40-yard field goal right on that possession right there.
Deer Park always has, and Dobie always have good kickers, it seems. So fielded at the goal line up to the 20, cuts through to the 30, up to about the 35-yard line. Porter.
On the return from the 1 out to close to the 35.
He's got some wheels too. Let's see who they put in at quarterback. My guess is it's Garland. North Shore, let's see who comes in at quarterback. It is Garland.
Darius Garland.
Along with Prince and it looks like Chris Thomas. Prince is going to be in the backfield.
Garland, a junior quarterback.
Yeah, Garland, 8 of 17. Really hadn't thrown the ball much. Here's a handoff to Prince. Breaks it free to the 50, 40, down to the 30, caught from behind. Tripped up because of an angle. Tackled on the play by McCall.
46-yard pickup all the way down to the Dobie 20-yard line.
Prince coming into the game, announcing his presence.
He wants to be king instead of the Prince.
83 yards. He almost at least came close to doubling that on one carry. Nice run by Prince, second string offensive line. Prince. Nope, Garland keeps it. goes
12
maybe
yards,
a yard.
The keeper stopped at the 18-yard line. Number 1, Nigel Hill on the stop.
Tackled on the play by Nigel Hill. He's a starter. Leading tackler, one of the leading tacklers on the team for Dobie. They still have their first string unit in the game. Ball's on the 18-yard line, 9:56 left in the ball game. North Shore Mustangs up 42-3. 2nd and 8. Inside the red zone. Here's Garland to Prince. He's going to get about 2 yards. Brought down.
16-yard line, number 13.
3rd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Tackled on the play by Mitchell. 3rd down, and let's call it 6. 9:24 left in the ball game.
Brings up 3rd and 7 from the 17-yard line.
Let's see if they let him throw. No, Prince gets to the 10, all the inside to about the 3.
Number 22, D'Amico Prince.
Nice run for
D'Amico
Prince. Picks up another 2nd down, or 1st down.
CJ Richards on the stop.
They're going to bring in Hood, who's averaging 5.3 yards per carry. Prince 4.37. Hood has 85 yards into the season, 16 carries.
Prince now 60 yards on 3 carries.
Hood, 5'10", 180-pound senior. Gets the ball, cuts to his right. Got one man to run over, and he does. Let's see, they're going to touchdown for Hood.
Touchdown, Mustang.
4-yard touchdown run by Joseph Hood.
Buying a home, planning for retirement, and everything in between. Let First Community empower you to reach your financial goals. Visit us at fccu.org/hometown to get started.
Number 31, Cage McNeil in stop.
So 8:10 left in the ball game. Dobie going to lose to North Shore for the 9th time.
In 12 years, right?
Coach K is 69-3 over the last 5 years. The only losses are to Katy, Westlake, and Westfield. And they've been on some kind of roll under Coach K. What a knockdown by Jamin Washington.
On the carry.
Was that Evans on the carry? 24?
That was
32, Javon Washington
Mr. Davale, number 14.
Thank you.
14.
Thank you.
And he got said hello to.
Loses 2, 2nd and 12 for Dobie.
Trying to check to see who the quarterback is. Hands off, I think it's still Hernandez.
Number 4, Jalen Baldwin on the ball carrier.
So Baldwin on the carry goes nowhere.
Number 45, Caleb Kane.
Caleb Kane on the tackle.
3rd and 12.
Running the clock.
Near the 22-yard line.
Dobie. North Shore. Check that. Allowing only 155 yards.
Teaching students, if you have someone coming to pick you up after
on the season, I don't think Dobie's going to hit 155, Carl. So 3rd down and 11. Ball's on the 21-yard line. Hernandez looking, he is pressured and sacked. He's going to be brought down by Jake Ferguson again.
Sacked by number 33, Jake Ferguson.
So the second string defense this time making the adjustments against the first string Dobie Longhorns.
Fourth and 19 for Dobie. Daniel Campero in for his 6th punt.
Nobody back, which shocks me.
Marked at the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure if they don't know they don't have anybody back, or
he's up 4th and 19.
They may run the clock all the way down and take a timeout.
Yeah, they got 11 on the field.
12 on the play clock.
But nobody back. 5:48, that's exactly what they're doing. They're just going to call a timeout right before. So Dobie
timeout
exercises
Dobie.
its
first
timeout.
5:39 left in the contest. Again, North Shore 49, Dobie 3. A Class 6A Division I by-district contest.
Again, I want to remind you that you don't want to miss the UIL state football experience at Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas in December. Please come out for an action-packed 4 days, and believe me, 12 games in 4 days. Wednesday, December 14th through Saturday, December 17th. And you are going to witness the best teams in each division battle it out for the state championship. Final games of the season. Tickets and tournament pass information can be found at uiltexas.org. uiltexas.org. Campero in to punt for the probably 9th time tonight. I don't know how many.
6 punts.
6 punts. He's punted a lot. North Shore has Porter back.
The 30, Daniel Campero in run formation.
The North Shore brand is cranking it up.
Yep. Some of the crowd leaving. Nice kick. Fair, caught at the 45-yard line. Nice kick.
Porter makes the fair catch at the 45.
Paul Porter with the fair catch.
Campero got a nice leg. Good offensive weapon for the Longhorns. They had a 3-way tie for the last playoff spot, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And 2 of the teams made it, and 1 team didn't. Memorial.
South Houston and Dobie, and Pasadena Memorial stayed home.
That came down to last week.
Yes.
So Garland in at quarterback. Check to see who's in the backfield with him. I think it's Prince. Prince to the left side for 5.
Deontay Wilson in at quarterback. Hands the ball off to the 22 to Nico Prince.
Prince, I think we got a new quarterback.
Number 45, Anthony Lee.
North Shore making wholesale changes. The quarterback is
Wilson in at quarterback.
Who?
Wilson, 15.
Why does it look like it's 25?
It looks like it's 25 now. Joseph Hood.
Joseph Hood running the quarterback position. Hood and Prince. Here's a handoff to Prince. He's going nowhere. Trying to strip the ball.
22, Nico Prince, the ball carrier. Stop at number 27, Darius Jones.
Picks up 3.
So Chris Thomas is in the game. It looks like Najee Blackman averaging 4.94 yards coming in at running back. Well, they have 4 receivers in the package. North Shore with a 5-man front. 13 seconds left on the play clock, not even come to the line yet. Joseph Hood quarterbacking. Don't think he's going to throw it. Hands off to hands off to Blackman.
Number 26, Gianni.
I think he's going to get the first down. They're going to give him forward progress. 250, that was Blackman. Blackman on the carry.
at the Dobie 45-yard line.
2:39 left in the ball game. North Shore 49, Dobie 3. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. They're just running clock here. Remind you, next week we will have the game on Legacy Sports Network, lsnsports.com. 8 seconds left on the play clock. They can just run this clock out. Dive play to Blackman. Joseph Hood comes back into the game.
Picks up 4.
That time they did have Wilson at quarterback. Now they have Hood. 1:43 left. 2nd and 6. I don't even think they have to make a first down.
For the safety, the participants in tonight's game,
We need to thank our production, Gerald Sanchez with Legacy Sports Network, our production guy from Texas Live, Rodney Holter, our cameraman, Josh Vita.
I think that's Wilson on the carry.
Number 26, Gianni Escobedo on the keeper.
Escobedo.
Some balls near the 41-yard line.
Sophomore quarterback Escobedo.
No gain.
They're shuffling in quarterbacks as fast as I can say hello.
Participants in tonight's game, spectators will not be allowed on the playing field after the game.
3rd down should be the last play of the ball game. 3rd and 6. They have Deontay Wilson in the game at quarterback. 16 seconds left, 38 on the game clock. Mr. Hood's in the backfield. Hands off Hood to the right side. He breaks down to about 2 yards short. So pickup of 3.
Number 46, Jose Alonso on the stop.
So that brings up 4th and 2, 14 seconds. That's going to be your ball game. They don't have to run another play. I didn't think they did. Could have really gone into the victory formation. So that's going to be your ball game. Final score.
That's the end of the ball game tonight. The final score, the North Shore Mustangs 49.
North Shore Mustangs 49. Dobie Longhorns 3. You're listening to the Legacy Sports Network. We'll be back. We'll have the player of the game. We'll have some highlights. And we'll tell you where we're going to play next week, we hope. Talk to you later.
So, how are the kids?
Well, Emily made the honor roll.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, we're really proud of her. Tyler, on the other hand, though.
What's going on?
He's been moody lately, just feeling down and not like himself.
Oh, we've been there. Nick was struggling last spring. He was so anxious and stressed.
Really? What helped?
Well, he joined the soccer team. And ever since, he's been a lot happier. He has more energy, he's less stressed, and he's definitely in a better mood at home. It's made a huge difference.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting out of the house, he's getting some exercise, and he's off his phone for once. It's been good for his mental health.
Sounds like it's been good for your mental health, too.
Participating in Texas high school sports improves